Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. For only $99, you can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. On the web at tv33whpr.com. With the TV33 app. On Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, on Amazon Echo, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and
This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and thank you very much for joining us today. It is a beautiful day out here in the beautiful city of Highland Park, Detroit. It's cold, a little snowy, a little rain. It's what we like out here in the Detroit area. So get ready to bring in what? The great year. A great year. We know it's going to be a great year. Why? Because you're breathing. You're alive. You feel good. You're going to do the right thing. You're going to put on the mask. You're going to put on a shield if necessary. You're going to wash those hands. You're going to wear those gloves. You're going to stay 6 foot. Feet times 6. Foot times 6. That's 6 feet. Okay. So if you're wondering how many is 6 feet, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a 7 so you can make sure, because you may have small feet. But anyway, this is the Talk Beat Jones, and again, I am Billy Jones, and I have real quickly, I want to bring my special co-host guest on early so that we can get started with the Talk Beat Jones, and we want it ready. And let's find out right now. Do Talk Beat Jones, Billy Jones, do we have the co-host on this morning from the Oakland Bay Area?
Yes, I'm here.
And who is? I'm here because remember, sir, people are listening, brand new viewers, brand new listeners from all around the world are listening. And when they hear that voice, they want to know who is that voice attached to. So you have to reintroduce yourself each time, because I've been here since 2004. Leo, I've been on the air out here since 2006, 2007. And every show I've done has been a different show. How about that? So got to come on fresh and tell them who you are, sir.
Well, everybody knows Billy E. Jones.
No, wait, stop. You know.
But my name wouldn't mean much to him, but my name is Rio Brazil, and I'm from Oakland, California, and I made an acquaintance with Billy Jones probably back in the 70s, I guess it was.
Can I step in, Mr. Leo Brazil?
Yes, sir.
I'm a little younger than you are, so I want you to know that I have been a follower, an admirer of yours ever since I was a youngster, sir. Because you were married. That's when I first knew who you were.
Yes,
and the leadership there, and with the Panthers, etc., and the city council, and all the things you've done, and the leaderships, and one of my greatest joy, and I'm going to turn it back to you. One of my greatest joy was. And I want folks to know, we could talk about Soul Beat, but Soul Beat Television has been gone since 2001 or 2002, I believe it is. So there is no Soul Beat Television. It is the remnants of the people who were associated with Soul Beat that we're speaking on. And so my theme, Mr. Leo Brazil, was when Chuck Johnson was putting together the morning beat show, and he finally selected me to take the show and make it happen. Walking past Walt's Hickory Pit, walking past Walt's Hickory Pit, and seeing you and the guys in there having your breakfast, and I could stop in and have my coffee on the way. And about 20 minutes later, you could see me on television, etc. And I remember one day, Leo, you said, "There you go. Nobody's going to listen. Nobody going to see you." And you were there, and I guess you saw on television, seeing people seeing and calling in, etc. And I'll be darned, I looked up one day, and there's Mr. Leo Brazil on TV on Soul Beat, because Chuck wanted that power base, the political base, and you had it. But the main thing, sir, is being a youngster, seeing a black man that was close, that we could touch, doing the things that you were doing, and seeing your career continue as an attorney and et cetera. You know, Clinton's wife, you know, his wife was a part of my Jones Assize program. You know, these are years later, but the foundation for this young black man was being able to view and to see a black man like you, just like Linnell said, going through the neighborhood, making things happening. You were doing that. I admired you then, and I had a dream last night. I said, "Isn't this funny? Mr. Leo Brazil and I are together in 2020, going together in 2021, and we're going to make this world, we're going to shake it up. Talk radio, talk TV, talk around the world." Sir, I'm through. I just want to let you know it's you. And that's why today I want your vision for the world from Mr. Leo Brazil, who is all that. Please take it, and I'm going to be quiet, sir.
Well, you bring up so much in terms of memories. Yes, I am a little bit older than you. In fact, I'm 77 years old, and I'm blessed and to still be here in Oakland, California, and I'm still at the same house that I was in back in the day when you walked past Walt Hickory Pit, right here in East Oakland. And I was city councilman for this district in the 1980s, and Walt Hickory Pit was my district headquarters. That's where people could meet me. You know, we could have some grits and eggs and talk about the problems in the community. And that's what we would do there at Walt Hickory Pit in the mornings. And if you wanted to catch me in the evenings, you could catch me down at Joe Gudger's place, or Apartment C.
Yeah.
90th and 90th and East 14th, it was called then.
Now, Leo, we're going to move forward with you, and I just want to get that situation about, because when people are hearing you, I want them to understand that we have so many callers who call in for programs, and they voice their opinions, and all opinions are important because it belongs to that person. And, you know, it's like that thing we use in the bathroom. We all got one, so it's important to us. But there is a semblance of believability in terms of the problem and the solution. And I believe that you bring a great, great touch to our ears and to our membranes that can see and can hear you give us the problem and then come up with the solutions from a person who was there with the Panthers when they started, Bobby Seale, Huey Newton, who was the activist and still an activist, who is a counselor, an attorney, who had the ability to be on television, Soul Beat television, and lead the county, the city, etc., in understanding politics and understanding what was going on in the community and how to see the tricks that was being played. A person that went into the chambers of the council, and persons who voted on very important laws that was there for us, the people in the community. You know, all of those particulars, and I probably left out something else, but I want folks to know who I'm talking to, Mr. Leo Brazil, counselor. That's why I do it this way, sir. Leo?
I appreciate it. But like I said, you brought me back. Walt Hickory Pit, that was in the 80s, but you also brought me back to the 60s. Mid-1960, I was at Merritt College, and that's where I met Bobby and Huey, and I was chairman of the Soul Students Advisory Council at that time, and Bobby had started that organization, and he and Huey left and went to the street corners and started the pamphlets, and so they would come back to the Soul Students meetings, and that's where we interacted, and it's a wonderful time of the year that we're in now, because in 1966, a guy down in Los Angeles named Ron Karinga started a thing called Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa?
So I'd like to dedicate this program, if I could, Billy, to a woman named Harriet Smith, who was known in the community as Sister McKenya.
Hey.
And she spread the idea of Kwanzaa throughout Oakland and the Bay Area, and now throughout the world.
Teach us, Mr. Leo Brazil. Teach us.
Well, there's nothing to teach about. I mean, we just so many memories, Billy. I have to let you ask the questions, brother, and let me then answer as best I can. That's all I can say. That's my background,
Okay.
brother.
Well, before we get all the way into the political setting as it is, let us get an understanding about Kwanzaa, because I hear everyone is speaking about the Christmas and what it meant. What is it that Kwanzaa should mean, or potentially, for those who don't know, could mean for black folks and others?
Well, succinctly, it means that we stop and pay honor to our ancestors. That is, the people that went before us. I love it when you speak about your mom and dad and all the things that, they gave to you.
Yes, sir.
And so that's what we're supposed to talk about. But they had moms and dads, too. And there was moms and dads before them and before them and before them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And a lot of people in that time, in 1960s, thought, at least black people, thought that our history started at the plantation.
Okay.
And we had a history long before the plantation, and still have a history long before the plantation. It goes way back before the pharaohs.
So as we're talking about...
that's what Ron Karinga wanted us to remember, and so he started this holiday called Kwanzaa.
Now, how is it that because he placed in principles, each day has a principle, how do you see that, and how do you see people responding to the principles of Kwanzaa?
Well, they're not responding so much to the principles as I would like to see them, that is, making it a part of their everyday life. But the first problem is getting them to respond to Kwanzaa, period.
Mm-hmm.
That the whole thing of the concept of Kwanzaa be incorporated into their yearly life, meaning that every year they look forward to at least celebrating Kwanzaa. The idea of the 7 principles was to teach those things to the community so that they could organize themselves the way the ancestors had organized. So at this point, we're not sophisticated enough to know those principles like we should, but we do know the idea of Kwanzaa, and it is spreading all over the world. In fact, I'm amazed from 1966 to today how many people around the globe, at least black people, are aware of the idea of Kwanzaa, which is the African-American started holiday.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, that was the next point I was going to bring to you, is that I can remember folks being in America, coming from different places, and saying, how did they learn English? By listening or watching certain movies or certain records, or etc., repeating of those records or repeating of those movies. So the idea what I'm trying to place here is that when we come on to Talk Beat Jones, we got a beat. That means the world is our beat. The world we talk to, the world we got people out there that are learning from this program, people who are listening to you, listening to me, listening to other folk, and they're learning. Some folks learning English, some folks learning how we think, some people learning how and why things are happening to the people today, and why we have the attitudes that we have today based upon our history. Many folks in other countries don't know about our history as such, and we're using the old folklore tale that we had of everything being passed by voice. It wasn't written down per se, it was by voice. So basically, when they hear Mr. Leo Brazil talking and explaining and bringing out information, people are being taught. This is our classroom to the world, Mr. Leo Brazil.
Well, I'm glad to be invited as a substitute teacher there, Brother Billy.
No, you are the professor.
No.
You know, because see, I want the world to understand that when I talk to Mr. Leo Brazil, you know, I recognize, I bow, I have conversation, and people know that I'll step to just about everyone. However, you know, you have to know who you're talking to. You have to know the person who has the intellect, who have the background to understand completely, maybe different than how I see things. And you have to be open enough with your eyes and your ears enough to say, oh, okay, I see that. But does it make me less intelligent? No. But my mother told me you don't have to try to be you don't have to out intelligent everybody. You don't have to try to show everybody how smart you are, how intelligent you are. Being smart sometimes is just being quiet. And listen. But Mr. Leo Brazil, we've gone through all the little shaky, funny, good Philly type of things. Now, with this COVID situation going on, and they've got a third company coming out with a vaccine, two questions. This third company is coming out with a vaccine. I'm not really familiar with it, how it's supposed to work as such. But I'm kind of fuzzy with the vaccines that they're putting out now. They're saying that we take the shot and it may be good for 3 to 6 months or something. They're still trying to find out. What happens after that 3 to 6 months is my question, or is everybody in the world going to have to take another shot every 6 months, potentially?
I have no way of answering that question, Billy. I am not an expert in this science, and therefore I have to take the words that I have been given and research them as best I can. And what I have researched is that the two companies that have their two vaccines out, they were racing to try to be the first.
Yes.
So somebody had to be the first. But the question is not whether you were first or second, third, fourth, or fifth. The question is, are you effective? And therefore, I expect that there will be other vaccines that will come out because the British and the Chinese and the Russians and everybody else is trying to find that vaccine that they needed. And so as they come out, the whole question will be, are they effective? Now, we don't know that these first two that we have are effective because we have to give people the shots. And based on the tests, they were effective on the 95 or 100 people or 1,000 or 10,000 people that they experimented on.
Okay.
And so they felt confident enough and the urgency was enough that we would put it out with those number of tests. But now that we're spreading it and millions of people will be taking it, we will have millions of people to come back. And let's say if we take 1 million people that are affected well by it, but out of that million, say 90,000 have a bad reaction to it. Should we get rid of it and not do it for the other 800 and 900,000 people that are positively affected by it? That's where we are now.
Okay.
We're trying to find out now with a broader use of these two, what will be the reaction among the millions of people. And I understand that causes a lot of people to pause because they don't want to be in that 90,000 that it might affect badly. But I am one who is confident in the science enough that I'll take my shot in one shoulder, and if all those people that don't want to take it right now, I'll take theirs in the other shoulder.
You know, you're honest. You're very, very honest. That's for true.
Everybody should give their opinion, brother, on this because it's their life.
Tell me this. I was reading, and they're saying that the folks over there in the African countries may have difficulties in getting the vaccines. What is your thoughts?
Well, it could be difficult to get in Detroit. It could be difficult to get in Maine. We don't know yet because the supply lines have not been set up. The three elements of economics is production, distribution and consumption. So we're waiting to consume this. They produced it, but the whole distribution point is a problem right now. And that is, Trump told us we were going to have so many. Well, I don't even want to mention him because we only got 20 more days. We have to mention his name. But the people that are trying to distribute this, remember the initial problem was one of those things needed a certain kind of refrigeration. And they didn't have the refrigerators everywhere that they needed to distribute it.
Yes.
So they're going to be distribution problems all over the world, Billy. That's just, again, as you're doing anything for the first time, you're going to have some mess ups, and so that's where we are. You can't ask me or anybody else any questions about this stuff because they don't know, and I don't know because we're first time doing this. So we almost say that we're in an experimental period, and we won't know about this year's reaction to be able to apply to next year, because we don't even know if we need to take these things yearly. You see?
Yes.
You asked me a question in the beginning, do we have to take it every 3 months? I don't know. We may have to.
Okay. You know, I was thinking that, you know, there was so much resistance to when they first started talking about taking the flu shots every year. And everyone was talking about, oh, we're going to have this problem and that problem, and et cetera. But
I can remember they had problems with polio back in the days in the 50s.
Test signal on. Yeah, I was saying, was a test signal there? I'm talking to Cleo. Okay, I'm talking about the flu. Was there a test signal that they had to go through? A time period. Yeah, for the flu shots and stuff before people started feeling more comfortable. Because again, in the last 5 years.
No, because again, you see, back in those days, Billy, they did thousands and thousands and thousands of experiments over years before the FDA would allow them to even pass it out to the general public. You see,
okay.
The difference in this one is that people were dying at such a rapid rate on this thing. They had to get something into the marketplace quick.
Yes.
And so that's the thing that's causing people pause, is that they don't think that they experimented it enough. You know, like I used that figure that I'm using. These are not real figures because I'm not a scientist, and I'm just giving you hypothetical of that 10,000 that they experimented on, and it came out 95% good. Then they said, okay, that's good enough. Let's put it out there because we need it. But back in polio days, they might have experimented with that for 8 years before it finally got out in thousands and thousands and thousands of experiments. You see what I'm saying?
And now they're speaking of, guess what? For 2021, we have a new strand of the COVID-19.
Yeah. And we may have 2 more before the year comes in, because a virus is a thing that tries to survive, just like you.
Yes. And you know, when they say that, you know, again, I'll come back to the flu. Every year there's a different variation on the flu, but the shots still work.
Scientists know that, and so they are alert to it. So as soon as it comes out, they find a new one. They try the new one with the same vaccine to see if it reacts the same. And then they break it down to see what the newness is. If they've got 3 elements in the old one, and all of a sudden there's a 4th element in the new one, that 4th element can be identified, and then they can see how the vaccine reacts on that 4th element. If it does not work or get that 4th element, they immediately got to start experimenting, putting some little salt and pepper in it, or doing whatever they can do to see if that 4th element can be contained.
Well, thank you, sir. I mean, I think that you have helped us to understand a great deal more about this COVID-19 and about the vaccine situation. Again, you're putting your thoughts out there, and we appreciate you elaborating and helping us to expand our thinking abilities. Question here is, this money, the 600 they say may be there, the 2,000 they say they're reaching for, how does that work, sir?
Well, the COVID came down on everybody all of a sudden. It crashed the economy because, again, let's go back to those 3 elements of the economics. Every economic problem you want to solve, you're going to have to be either talking about a production problem, a distribution problem, or a consumption problem. Our economy works on consumers. 70% of America's economy is driven by me and you, and no, let's say all of our lady friends out there who are the shoppers. When they go to the store and shop, buy things, they are consumers. And so we have a consumer-driven economy. We used to have an economy driven by manufacturing. Detroit was the motor city because everybody had a job working somewhere in automobiles. But that went down, right?
Yes, sir.
But what went up? The shopping malls. And so the women are shopping, the men are shopping, the kids are shopping, and they are spending money. Well, this COVID says what? You can't go out there in public, otherwise you might die. So everybody's quarantined and staying at home. So they're not spending money unless they know how to be consumer savvy and, computer savvy, so they can get on one of these buy things and have Amazon deliver what they buy to their door, or call the restaurant on the computer and order your meal. So that is where we're making that shift. And so in making that shift, the old economy has dropped. And money is needed to keep everybody alive. And that's where the Congress then has to step in. That's why we have a federal government. Because when something is affecting us nationally, we need the Congress of the United States to step up and say, just like we go to war against the Germans and the Nazis, and we had to take tax money and spend, we're at war with this COVID invasion, and we have to have money to spend, and therefore they start cranking it out because the federal government is the only one who can print money.
Tell me, do you think that President Trump and Mitch McConnell is playing this good cop, bad cop situation, and that, and I still say to the folks, remember, Mitch McConnell's wife is still a part of President Trump's cabinet or administration or such? Is that true? Someone?
Labor secretary, isn't she?
Yeah. So, again, they have the ability to make the plans between themselves through the wife that nobody is aware of. And I believe that Mitch McConnell is that mole that is there still doing Donald Trump's bidding. And, you've got Donald Trump saying, oh, give him 2,000. Oh, yeah, but guess what? You got Mitch saying, hold on there. Let's make the people think. Let's make the people work. Let's make the people bow down to Donald Trump's wishes. Because now I can say, no, Don, I don't think so. Was that a trick, or you think that's a trick game they're playing with us?
No, it's not a trick game, Billy. It's just, again, it is something that requires us as Americans in a self-governing country that we call ourselves in this experiment to be informed about what is going on. Now, I mean, it didn't take me 4 years to understand. I knew when coming in the door that Trump shouldn't have been president. Trump is a con man.
I tell you what.
Care about anything or any particular ideology. He will say to whoever he's working on whatever they want to hear. Now, he did that and he got to be elected president. Even Mitch McConnell was surprised that this non-professional con man, this non-professional politician or con man came in and got the office. Now he's there. I got to work with him because he's working under my flag, the conservative
and put my wife in, and gave my wife another job. But hold on, Leo, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to pay some bills here with that lemon burn. And by the way, family, I want to let people know that the African Easy Silk hair and skin line program with the hair doctor, my partner, that this COVID-19 has caused a problem with that situation with the African Easy Silk, because the products, the ingredients, the scientists, the people who put it together, they're pulled away. The ingredients that goes into making the products, they have been diverted. So we're still in consultation with the hair doctor in terms of when we will be coming back full bore with all of the African Easy Silk Hair and Skin Line products for 2021. So everyone stay vigilant and look at that commercial and know that we have many more commercials. We have many more products, but we're on hold with this COVID situation. And that's why I said it affected my money, because, again, I can't sell any products. I can't sell the Jasuru. So I've gone almost a year with my sales totally at beep. But we know after this commercial break, we're going to talk to Mr. Leo Brazil, and we'll come back and talk to you more about that and, in fact, also about buying black after these commercials. I am Billy Jones. This is Talk B. Jones. Remember, we're on Wednesdays at 10 a.m.
African Ease. We have an array of products to assist you in all your beauty or body needs. Do you want curly, soft, beautiful hair? Well, try our Relaxer line, designed to leave your hair soft, silky, and full of body. Or would you like beautiful, straight, shiny, long-lasting hair? Well, try our Cherry or Extreme Hold Spritz with our Cream Shine. It's guaranteed to give you that look you want. How about dry, achy feet or legs that you can't seem to keep moisturized? Well, try our African Shea Butter Foot Lotion. We have many products to help you with all phases of your beauty and body needs. For a full list of all our products, please visit our website at www.aeasysilk.com or call us at 313-277-2319.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public, and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere, because this is the Talk Beat Jones and
All right, we're here. This is the Talk B. Jones again. I am Billy E. Jones, and I want to take a moment and say to my family here in Highland Park and Detroit, you have been my only family for many years, and this family has supported Billy Jones since 2005, 2006 on the television, radio, etc. You've supported with your viewership, with your calls, and with your finances. And I want to say thank you. We love you. And again, without my Highland Park, Detroit family, at this point, there probably wouldn't have been a Billy Jones out here doing what I'm doing after all of these years. And after spending almost 20 years with Soul Beat from the 80s, all the way through 2001, 2002, it's been a long career. But every day is a different day in my career. It's love. It's the pursuit of happiness. It's the pursuit of being an activist that says, I can see things on both sides of the road, and I can go down to the middle and see which one I need to fall to. Mr. Leo Brazil, Oakland, California.
Sir.
He's the man, y'all, because, again, when you have to go through being a council person, being a Panther, being an activist, being a counselor, and spokesperson for television, etc., you have to have what you call versatility of, but staying with the truth. Is that somewhat the truth, sir?
It's total truth as it relates to me.
Tell me something. This is going into the Happy New Year. Tell me something. I'm getting happy now because, again, all of my things that happened to me in 2020 and 2019 was things that just ripped my heart. But God has placed it so that my heart is still beating and my heart feels good. My mind feels good. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling rejoiceful. I'm feeling, Mr. Leo Brazil, it's time for us to get ready to get healthy. I'm feeling, Mr. Leo Brazil, it's time for us to say, I want to be alive. I want to live. I don't just want to live, but I want to live good. I want to be able to do things with my body. I want my mind to be fresh. I want my mind to go out there and say, I can do this. I can make myself greater, better. I can do more for my community. And I, too, can go out and help my black merchants and entrepreneurs. How would I do that, Mr. Leo Brazil?
Well, I think you have a philosophy of being open and to new ideas and looking for new ways and respecting other people's opinions. And even though you may not agree with them, you are open to it. So I'm going to give you a phrase to look up on Google for everybody. And that comes from a friend of mine, Dr. D. Pulani Lucas. And she calls it cognitive flexibility.
Say that again.
Cognitive flexibility.
Ooh, you got to tell me what that means.
Well, cognitive is to be aware, right?
Okay, right. Mm-hmm.
And being flexible is you're open. You're open to. You're not rigid. You're not. You want to know things. This is what the Talk Beat Jones is all about: bringing people information, and then they can decide for themselves. So to be cognitively flexible, meaning to be, be flexible in your awareness as opposed to being rigid in your awareness.
And you just used that KISS principle, that keep it simple, stupid principle, and I appreciate it so very much. Thank you, sir. Yeah, because we needed, because we have folks who, we use certain terms of conversational style and we lose folks. But when you took the time or take the time like you just did to break down, then everybody's back with us all around the world. So talk to me, Mr. Leo Brazil. Continue, please.
Well, that's where I am with you, Billy. I'm being open-minded and I'm trying to learn all the time. And then what I learn, I try to do some research on it to make sure that I can confirm and be firm in my belief. And then when people like you call me and ask me, well, what do you believe? Then I tell you what I believe with no fear that you're going to say, oh, well, he's crazy. Or I don't believe that. That's not true. Well, again, that's what life is all about, engaging people and having fun with them. And I have fun with intelligent people. You say that we have different levels. That's true enough. I'm happiest when I'm talking to people who have done some research.
Yes.
I don't like people, because in the black community we don't like the word ignorant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes.
You don't like to be called ignorant. That's fighting words. But see, to me, ignorant means don't know.
Okay.
You're born ignorant. You don't even know your parents until they tell you who they are and what they are.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So we're all born ignorant. Ignorant means to ignore.
Oh, okay.
Ignorant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if you are ignorant, that means you ignore things. You don't pay attention to it. You're not, rigid in your thoughts or whatever. You just don't have a thought on that. So ignore is something that I don't do. When I don't understand something. In fact, my definition of an educated person is a person who knows what they don't know.
Mm. Okay.
All right. So ignorant is don't know. Dumb is can't know. Stupid is don't want to know.
Mm.
That's my understanding. Okay. So I'm always looking forward. And so looking forward to 2021, I'm looking forward to more that you can know about myself and more I can know about my neighbors so that I can treat them right.
And if your neighbors now are folks around the world, and as we come on to the program going into 2021, you know, Mr. Leo Brazil, I was watching and I'm listening to folks today, and I'm listening to some of our political folks, and I want folks to know that Talk Beat Jones, you know, through the years, we've brought formats together where we brought people who had ideas that were political, people who wanted to run for political office. And in fact, we brought them to my television program and had them vetted on television. And we have people who actually are elected to political office as we speak today. We will be going back into some of that format going into 2021, and we will be starting to have more of my Detroit family members and family participants being highlighted here on the Talk Beat Jones. We just really wanted to try to reach out to our Oakland Bay Area family and give them the opportunity to see what we're doing, because talk is what I do. Talk is what we do. Talk is what the world is listening to. And so now we've connected that. We're going to now come back into the home base of Detroit, Highland Park, and highlight my folks here. But it's been just great and wonderful. And like I said, you are the cornerstone moving forward in 2021. I'm just thrilled out of my head to know that we have a quality format, a quality program that we can start to integrate other folks into what we're doing. We're not trying to dance. We're not trying to rap. We're not trying to do other things. We're doing talk, entertaining, informative, conversational talk. That's what we specialize in. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Now, this money, let's go back to this money real quick. Are we looking to potentially come up with this $2,000, or is this just something that the politics is going to play out and we're going to be satisfied with $600 now and some more potentially later?
I don't know. You ask me these questions about the general public. I don't know how they feel. All I know is what's real. And what's real right now is that $600 is what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got nothing every month, $600 a week or whatever it is that they're talking about is something. And therefore, I'll take something against nothing. and then worry about getting some more later.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
but right now, get me the 600, and I hope it's 2,000. If they give me 2,000, I'll take that and be looking for 4,000, because that's what I really need, 4,000 or 5,000 a month. But at least if I don't get 4,000 or 5,000 a month, I don't want to be a zero, because I got to pay the rent and I got to do some other things that the bill that they're putting in is telling people, don't worry about your rent. We're going to help you with that. Don't worry about your small business and your lack of customers, because we're going to help you with that. Well, if I'm a small business person who can't pay my rent, that bill sounds pretty good to me, from 0 to 600.
Yes, yes. What about the black businesses that potentially you or family members have talked to you about that maybe looking at having a rough ending to 2020 and may not even survive 2021? What do you see about trying to help black folks doing business?
Well, again, it shouldn't. As Americans, it should have nothing to do with color. The money comes out for small businesses, and we don't have enough small businesses as far as I'm concerned. So losing small businesses is a hurtful thing for our community, because, again, the dollar has to stay in your community. And if we get that dollar, $600, and immediately take it down to the corner store, and the man in the corner store lives out in I don't know what your suburbs are out there in Detroit, but if he lives out in the suburbs, he's gonna take that money to the suburbs every night. It's like in Do the Right Thing, Sal's Pizza Parlor. Sal has a pizza in the black community, but he's taking them dollars every night back to the white community. And so black businesses and all businesses need help right now, because people have invested their money and they wanted to make money, and not all businesses make money. They fold sometimes. But these are folding because they have no customers at all. And so the government, if they want them to still be there when we beat this disease, they got to help them stay open.
If someone, hold on, Leo, if someone is trying to call me, remember the lines are 365-7327. Which line are you on, Leo? 27 or 79?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
I'm on 7379.
Okay. So if someone's trying to call me, you need to call 365-7327. Once again, the number is 313-365-7327. These different numbers. We're in a different studio today, so call that number. The other number will just continue to be busy. So if you're trying to reach me, I need you to call me right now, please, at 313-365-7327, and you will get through. So we've got that situated. So now it's on the caller to make sure that you get through. Go ahead, Leo.
Go ahead with what? Ask me a question, Billy.
Okay,
I'm an old man. I forget what I said.
Hey, tell me, Leo, what is it when you are looking at 2021 health-wise? What is it going to do for you? What are you going to do? Anything different? Are you going to do anything more? You're going to eat different? You're going to work out harder? You'll work out less? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm going to work out less. I'm going to take my medication as I have been taking because I've been on insulin for 40 years now. I'm diabetic. And so as an old man, I got those underlying conditions that they're talking about that's going to put me in the front line of this shot. So I'm going to get my shot before you because you're a healthy rascal and you eat well and you're and all of that trying to live as long as you can. And I want to do that too. And I've got this far doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to continue to eat what I've been eating. I'm like Big Mama. They tell you don't eat that pork. Well, I've been eating pork all my life. So, again, I ain't kicking the pork chops off of your plate. But, I'm going to have me some bacon every once in a while.
Well, let's see. Do we have someone else on the line, Tim? This is the Talk Beat Jones. I'm Billy E. Jones, and we have someone else on the line. I'm trying to get you in real quickly so we can talk. Who are you, please? Talk to me.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Mary of Oakland.
Hi, Mary. Talk to me.
And Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
And when you're talking about Trump, let me say this. It's all a ruse about this Georgia election. And I'm asking Georgia election, please go out and vote like you've never voted before. Because that's what this money's about. Oh, sure, I'll take it because I need it. But he's a trickster.
Okay.
Mr. Trump.
Mary, I have another call I got to get to that I'm trying to No, I'm not trying to get to. I'm trying to get to Malik. I got to.
Right.
Well, hold on, Mary. Can we do it? You got to take this in the line, right? Okay, Mary. Thank you, Mary.
Yes.
But I got to take.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year too. Mm-hmm. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm trying to get to Malik. Hello. He gone? Okay. Family, let me explain one thing. See, we're doing a different system. I'm normally able to take care of my calls and do these situations, etc. We got a different telephone system, and I'm being taught how to incorporate this system into the program. So when I'm in this studio, it's a little different from the other studio. However, we do have the ability to have two people on the lines at the same time. But if a person is calling the wrong line, then all they will get is a busy signal, which is why I'm trying to move the calls along as such. And I was trying to reach Minister Malik Shabazz, and so, we had this situation, and we're seeing if he'll call. We got 9 minutes. But at any rate, Mr. Leo Brazil, I was really interested, again, in the perspective going into 2021 of folks saying Joe Biden, the president, should be coming in doing various different things right now. Is it with Trump setting things up? Will this make Joe Biden less effective in the first 6 months of his administration?
Of course it will, because he's
Is that a
not
call?
getting any cooperation of the people going out. Just like you said, you having problems
call?
with your news situation. You know how things went in your other studio. Now you're in this studio, and somebody has to explain to you how to function in this new situation. Well, you need people who were familiar with you in the old situation. And if they don't pass that information on to you, you're going to have to go experimenting every day or trial and error.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
And that's what we will be patient with you on the phone, because we understand that all this technology and everything is new. The good thing about Joe Biden is that he has 40 years of service in the government, so he understands government.
And he has a
He
relationship with
understands
those
the
folks.
system. He understands the mechanisms. He just don't know which dials he has to turn at any given time, and because he don't know what dials are turned at the last time, you see. And the people that should be telling him that is Trump's low-down people who are saying, we came here hating government in the first place. Republicans hate government, so don't expect Republicans to make government work.
Hold on, Leo. Let's see if we have the other caller. Yes, caller, you there?
Hey, Billy.
Hey, talk to me quick. We're on short time, and I've been waiting for you to get in.
Yeah, I couldn't get through, my brother.
Yeah,
but
well, brother,
thank you.
we okay.
Happy
We good.
New Year's. Want to let everyone know tomorrow we're going to be at 19703 Appleton, Detroit, Michigan, 48219 at the home where Tamala Nikki Wells was last seen. This is a missing mother of two, one being a young teenage daughter. It's also her birthday, being yesterday. We're going over there. We're going to pray. We're going to have a birthday cake. We're going to sing happy birthday. We're going to have a special love offering to increase the reward for information about her. And every dollar will go to just that. And then we're going to go door to door with the Crime Stoppers reward flyers.
Minister Malik Shabazz.
People.
Minister
Yes.
Malik Shabazz. This is Minister Malik Shabazz, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir. I want people to know this is Minister Malik Shabazz. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Missing people is a pandemic. COVID is a pandemic as well. But the missing people, women, children, old, young people, all colors, but disproportionately, as anything, as it just seems to go in everything, it's the black and the brown and the poor who are overly represented among missing people. This is a pandemic.
Give me
This is a crisis.
Minister, I need give me some names, because again, you have been out for years, helping mothers, helping fathers, looking for their missing and murdered family members. How long have you been doing that?
37 years.
37 years, going out.
Praise be to God.
Yes. And you have continued, I know, because I've seen some mothers on your show who have missing children.
Yes.
And you had a grandfather, you had a white grandfather, and had a black grandfather come into your show speaking about the fact of what? Do you remember?
Their children was murdered. So we deal with murder. We deal with missing people, rapes. We've been very good, praise be to God for the increase, with these rapists, serial rapists, helping the police to remove them, and not only going out in daytime, but going out at night without cameras, and forcing these perverts to change their MO.
So you are a person, because we're short on time, I'm moving, so you are the person that you don't just do politics. You do what? You as an activist, you do everything. Basically, everybody got a problem. They're going to do what they're going to call Malik Shabazz.
It seems like that.
No, that's the way it is. I mean, I've been with you. You know, I've been there. I've been to your home. You know, I've listened to your calls. I've been on your television shows. Your person. I was there for hours on air, etc. So I know what your volume is like. And so I just wanted the folks to understand. And once again, let's hit before I let you go, sir. The 31st. That's important.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow, 1 p.m.
That's December 31st.
19703 Appleton, near Telegraph, 48219 zip code. We're going to pray. We're going to light a candle, one candle on a birthday cake. We're going to sing happy birthday. We're going to take up a love offering to increase the reward, which is $2,800. We'd like to increase it. And then we're going door to door with the reward flyers. Tamala Nikki Wells,
now
missing mother of two.
Now, Minister,
we should say all the names from Breonna Taylor to the missing, no matter who the perpetrator is. The evildoer can be the cops, it can be white folks, or it can be Negroes.
Minister, I got to shorten. Now, question real quick. Got a minute. What would you say in terms of your address to the world for 2021? Give me a shorthand version, about a minute and a half, because I got to get out of here.
My address is, whatever we're going through, there's always other people worse off. Be grateful, but at the same time, work and struggle, strive, strain, and sacrifice for more. Love each other. 2020 is supposed to be perfect vision. But after perfect vision, what comes next? 2021 must be action. It must be program. It must be philosophy. It must be love in action. We've got to love on one another till it hurts.
Okay, give me the name of your organization, sir.
We're the Marcus Garvey Movement, the Black Panther Nation.
Okay, got to let you go, Minister Malik Shabazz.
Brother, thank you.
And by the way,
New Year.
By the way, we love you, we appreciate you, and we respect you. And hold on just a minute, we're going to let everybody go. But Leo?
Yes, sir.
Give me your New Year salutation to the world real quickly, please.
Joy to the world. That's it.
The King has come. Okay. This is Billy Jones, to my mother, who I just made a transition in November. To my father, my brothers and sisters, and my family, my true family, Detroit, Highland Park, and the family that is in the Bay Area and around the world. We love you. Happy holidays, great New Year, and be safe. We love you. Remember, Talk B. Jones every Wednesday, 10 a.m. I am Billy E. Jones. Love you. Bye now.